Well, hi, and thanks for joining me here in my shop. Another rainy, gray, cold day here. So, hey, another good shop day. So, yesterday's video, or the last video I did on this radio, ended with a somewhat unsatisfactory seeming result when I tuned around the AM band. Boy, it just barely seemed to pick up one station. When I was preparing that video for posting, I got so unnerved by it, I was watching it again, I took this radio out in my garage and gave it a shot out there to see what it would pick up out there. So the next thing you're going to see is a video by cell phone of me in my garage playing this radio on AM, just to see how well it works. So have a look. Okay, so this is a little awkward. I'm out in my garage here, but this is where I just wanted to go and try and test this radio outside of my shop environment. So this is what it actually sounds like out here.
I just don't believe that we have full overview of what goes on.
So daily from home, they've been pretty good lately. So the Red Sox, SOX, Red Sox.
Okay, that's a scanner you hear in the background right now, coming from another radio.
Lawrence was done on the Gardner, Fort Jefferson, and Humber River edge of Parkland.
Tout son processus, comment il approche une personne, comment il commence à lui parler, il explique son concept.
Okay, that's enough anyway. That just proves, yes, the radio is working, even though in my shop I was really having a hard time picking stuff up. So, proof positive. Okay, so you can see from the video, it's actually working quite well on AM, just as well as can be expected. So, I think that's really quite good. And I'm going to leave that alone, move on now to the shortwave bands, the 3 shortwave bands. That amounts to doing 3 local oscillators, or 3 oscillator adjustments, and only 1 RF adjustment in the process. So it's really about getting the pointer into the right spot. So I'm going to set up that camera view. I already have it set up, where we can look at the back of this plate where the dial calibration scale is located, and we're going to carry on from there. Let me just fix my video up here. Okay, so we're going to start by going up on the top band. Hey, we better turn this on too. This will be helpful. I'm going to screw one light in. Good thing I did that. Putting in the light made me realize I haven't plugged this thing in yet. There we go. There. But I'm going to unscrew this light. It interferes a little bit with the camera images, and I have to stare at it too in the shop here. So with the lights out, it's easy for me to forget that this radio's on. Now there's no antenna other than the signal generator connected to it. Okay, we're on the 19-meter band, and we're supposed to dial it into 93 degrees. So 93, 80, 90. So that's going to be 93 there. And we should hear the signal generator. Now I've got a moderate signal coming out of there. 15200 is where it's supposed to be. Oh my gosh. What's going on? So here's the output. It's hooked up to the antenna. One of the things I missed in doing the alignment on the AM band was the antenna link at the back has to be in certain positions. So in fact I did that alignment, and if you remember when I used this antenna, I just couldn't get much response out of it. I really couldn't figure out why. It was because the link was left open in the back of the radio. The end result though is the same in terms of the alignment. So that's what was happening. That's one of the reasons I had such a poor response. So I've read carefully now the instructions. For all the alignment activities, the link is open except for one. That's the one when you're doing this with the AM radio, AM band. So I got the link open again, everything is correct, as far as I know. And we're not hearing 15200. So I'm going to boost up this. Now that's a strong enough signal that even a sick puppy radio should hear it. Let's see. Oh my gosh, what is going wrong here? Whoa, 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 whoa. Something really... Okay, so what's going wrong is I've got this knob turned the wrong way. Let's try that. Okay, pretty quiet. 15200 should bring this radio to life. I didn't hear anything. What's up? Oh boy, something really seriously wrong here. Okay, wait a second. This is definitely in the right position now. Can I make more mistakes with this? 15200 at 93 degrees. Wow. Okay, kind of stuck here. Can it really be that far out? Now I got this. I think this screw I had whacked away out its back in a reasonable place. Yep. This couldn't kill the radio anyway to this degree. What's happening here? It's a great way to start off a video. It just really... So I carted this radio out into my garage, I carted it back in. What could have happened? Okay, AM band. Let's close the link here. Okay, AM link closed. It just doesn't sound right, does it? Wow. You take off the signal generator. Take the ground off. Okay, so what has happened here is probably the AVC clip leads I have underneath here have probably come off in some bad way. Let's see. Now I brought this back in my shop, tossed it on the bench, and I never really looked at it. There, I just got my hand burned. Everything's going downhill. Now I've got my hand on the chassis here, and I'm fiddling around with the radio here. Wow. Okay, so that's in the right spot. Son of a gun. I was really hoping there was something amiss here. And this is on the ground. Phooey. I wanted to see something has gone wrong. Something has gone wrong. What dumb thing has gone wrong? And the radio's really dead. Kinda dead. Okay, I'm going to turn this down. First, I want to see if there's anything at all making it over here. Doesn't look like it, does it? So the way I've got this done is a little different than normal. I don't have a wire going straight from the AVC straight to the meter. Instead, I've got it going up to a Y connector up here, behind here on the scope. And then out of the Y, it just comes out and it heads over here. The scope is switched off. I wonder if this input goes lower, like low impedance or something. I don't know. None of this makes sense. So I'm going to disconnect the cable coming up here. I don't like sticking my hands in. Holy jumper. There's definitely something happening up there. This is where I got a shock there the other day. I'm just really nervous about repeating that. Okay, so this is off the scope now. And little radio, where have you gone? What exactly is being shook here? Just work my way back, one step at a time. So this is the clip lead from under the radio. Now we're off. Yeah, talking about, didn't I say something about AVC? No, I haven't yet. Yeah, there was a suggestion that I could take the approach of clamping the AVC voltage. There's a couple ways of doing it. It's not that complicated. I don't, because I'm using the AVC voltage on the meter here to tune up the radio. So if I clamp it, I'm kind of defeating this. I have to then rely upon the signal coming out of the speaker, and I don't like to do that, just for the practical problem of how noisy it is. Okay, nothing hooked up to this radio now. It is all by its lonesome. Can you please work for me at this point? I would be very happy with you if you did. Or where am I at? I feel like I'm heading right back to square one with this radio. I can't let that happen. Oh my gosh. Don't ever take a radio out into your garage. This guy has left us. He's left us. Why? Why? Oh my gosh. Come on. There's just nothing. Boy, I tell you, I come in here all charged up. I'm going to get this baby done today. Somehow the charge is dissipating very rapidly. Well, how about a loose tube? How about I wiggle this tube here? There's a little bit of volume in it. That didn't do anything. That's not a good sign. Okay, now I'm up at the Okay, so what happened there was this front tube is cold. The rest of the tubes are hot. The first tube was cold. So either bad in the socket, just unlucky how it got plugged in. A problem inside the tube with the heater being intermittent. Well, for now we're back in business. Holy smokes. Isn't that wild, eh? This is the kind of thing that concerns me when I fix these radios for other people, and then they take them home, and of course they get bumped and jostled on the way home. They get home, they turn them on, and it may not work, or it may work differently. Never had this happen, but it worries me. Get it home, turn it on, some minor thing has happened, but it's not working. And there they are, 100 miles from here. with a radio that all I got to do is just wheel that tube and bingo, it's back. But how am I going to get somebody to do that at a distance? So this kind of stuff worries me a lot. When it happens in my shop, it just reinforces the idea it can happen anytime, anywhere. I guess that's a caveat with working with this old equipment is you never know for sure. Luck has been good. Luck has been on my side. Okay, let's get with it. Okay, can we pick something up? Link is open. Nope, link is closed. Give it a try here. There. Okay. So that proves the radio is actually working. Now, I got to put on the AVC connection again. Here we go. Back this way. Man, you gotta be so vigilant. And again, if you're using vintage equipment, well, then you've got the radio you're working on and all your equipment haunting you. Let's put the ground on here first. So radio power switched off while I'm doing this. Good, those are gripped on there nice. Down you go. Along with clamping the AVC voltage, another step that can be taken with these radios during alignment, when the time is right, you can knock out the local oscillator that's in the radio itself if you want, just to get rid of it. I don't do these things. They seem like some alignment instructions are written on the basis that the radio is so far out of alignment that the only way you'll ever get it back is to carefully work your way from near the speaker back, because it's so far out of alignment. But that's virtually never the case with these radios. They might be a little bit out of alignment. So some of the steps that might be recommended in order to do the alignment aren't necessary when you have a radio that's working already. Yeah. So anyway, that's an end of that lecture. Now, let's do something here. We should watch for the AVC voltage to come up. 93. That's very reassuring. For sure, 19 meter band, no confusion there. 93. 93. That's 90 where the rivet is. That'd be 95 right here. That'd be 93. 93. Okay. 15,200. Only if I hook up the, I haven't got things hooked up here. Hold on, back off, hold on. Oh my gosh. Really? This padded it down? Hey, what's inside these? I thought this was nothing. Let me try another one. I have a few. I'll try a round one here. Oh my gosh, the lesson learned. What is going on with this? Let's try another one of these square ones. I have no idea. Something going on? Oh my gosh, there's a pad in here or something. All these square ones are like that? Huh. Had these for years. There's a roundish one. Hey, that's going dead too. Wow. Strange things that happen in my shop. Let's keep going. There's an older one. Another older one. This is ridiculous. There's a straight through. Another square one. And no more square ones. Wait a second. Well, I tell you what, this bag's now. Never mind the radio. These things are more interesting. That looks like I can unscrew that. Let's unscrew that. Peek inside here. Can't pull it out. Ooh, something bad happened when I did that. There's a... I don't know what's going on. I got a lot of these. Let's crack it open. So there's a resistor. I can see a resistor soldered to this. I think I just heard it crack in there. No idea there was anything in here. Nope, did not break that off. This one I'm going to have to throw out, I think, because I've messed it up for sure. Ohmmeter time. What's going on? Boy, I wonder how many times I've been knocked off track by these things. These guys here. $20,000 ohms. I expect, I would expect this just to be open circuit. It's open circuit. What it is there's a very high resistance in here. $50,000 ohms. 50,000 ohms between the right side and the conductor. 50,000. That's the one I mucked up. $55,000 there too. Even though I mucked it up, I guess I didn't really. Exactly the same. 55,000. Well, what's the deal with that? Now this one also showed the same thing. 55,000 exactly. But these ones showed nothing. Huh. Just a really much bigger one. I would never have ever imagined there was a resistor inside there. Just 55,000. So we're on the AVC circuit, and obviously 55,000 ohms is enough to kill it, to knock it down. Wow, no idea. Big lesson learned here today. Don't use these. And test them. Test the ones you use. I got to bring some out into circulation like those that I know I can use. Do I have any more out here already? You know what? I've got these things in different places. Oh my gosh. Well, different places on my antenna system. Wow, okay. 50,000 ohms may be not important in an antenna situation. It certainly is important here. Okay, now. It's amazing anything ever works out in here. Put that on. Beautiful. Now we'll clip Now this is just basically connecting this meter in here. Good. So the impedance of the meter made no difference in the radio. And then I can probably put this back up on the scope here, and again, no difference. See? No difference. So I'm going to take that off. Although it's not killing the radio, it's giving it too much to chew on. I don't want it to be chewing on that much. So meter's hooked up. This meter's not needed. Back to the signal. Signal input. Oh my gosh, for years I've been using these things willy-nilly. '93, 15,200. I don't think we're going to get any more accurate than that right now, because we really need the glass face to finish it off. So that's okay. I think that's okay. Yeah, I did this once already, didn't I? So I'm just double checking now. We'll try the next band, and the next band is just taking a look here quickly. 11,800. They want you to do this at 11,800. Okay, 11,800. Next band back. Oh, I missed the I missed the setting. The setting is 82 degrees. Okay, 82 degrees, 11,800. I can't remember all that. 82 degrees, 11,800. Okay, 11,800. Oh, I just heard it. 82 degrees on here. That looks like 82 there. 82. Low volume. 11,800. Okay, well, we're not going to get any closer to that than that. And the last band to check is this one, the 31 meter band. We check it at 104 degrees, 9550. 9550. I think I can get there here. 9550. And what did I say? 82 degree. 104 degrees. 104 degrees. Right here. Sounds like that's where it is. I think at some point I gave up on doing this when I decided there's just something badly wrong with the radio back then. 104. Okay, so that's 104. 9550 is what we should be hearing. Well, that's pretty close. So we'll put it closer. 950. Wow, that's a full. No wonder. What? So I don't actually have the signal generator even connected. That's why we're blasting away here. Let's connect it. Should hear this. Oh, yeah, I heard that. Okay, so I'm also using a 300 ohm resistor as the instructions said. That's fantastic. Now that's the kind of sensitivity you want. Where'd it go? Right there. Okay, knock this back. Get the AVC on here. Check to make sure it's 104 on the dial. pretty darn close here. Which one's the oscillator? Which one of those three is the oscillator I want to go at? 31. It's a most forward one. Let's try this. Most forward one. Okay, that's me. So I want to set this to... I did have it set. Oh, this radio's really sensitive now. There we go. Now the last one is this trimmer capacitor that didn't have a peak point in it before. So capacity antenna lead should be removed from antenna and ground terminal board before adjusting C4. So I did not have the capacity antenna connected. The capacity antenna has no capacity. The wire's missing on it. We'll deal with that when I get the whole radio put back together. Maybe I'll bring the antenna in a little bit, just take a look at putting some wire on it anyway. But it should be disconnected. Well, it is disconnected. Does it? And the link should be open. Ah! Okay, that didn't seem to make any difference. Popping that open. Okay. So we tune the radio so we get the absolute peak on that meter. There we are. And we'll go at this guy. Okay, here we go. Watch the meter. Oh, down. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I like that. So this is against the coil I built, and there's the peak. Beautiful. So we'll go back to the peak. There we are. Excellent. So that's basically the end of, basically that's the end of the electronics in this radio. Let's see what we can get with it now. Once again, you know, shortwave. It's not so hot these days. I can just simply take this out of here, which is a good idea. And we'll put it in the antenna. Here, I think I've got to run and throw a switch. See what we get even now. Not much. Okay, we're going to go throw the switch. Liven up the antenna here in my shop. Well, like there may be just nothing there to pick up. So we're on the 9 megahertz. We'll go to the 11. Now there's a good chance we'll get something here. Come on, radio. Well, now we're up in the 19 meter band, 15 megahertz. Didn't I try that already? No. Wow. That's it, one station. Something else. Kind of surprising. Now, 2 days ago, I tried this, probably a different time of day. The radio picked up lots of stuff, and I'm sure it's only better now, but I think there's just nothing there to pick up. Nobody home. Okay, so I think the radio is completely tuned up as much as it can be without it being back in the cabinet, having the glass plate on it. So that's really the name of the game from here, is getting this guy back in the cabinet. And before I do that, I very much want to paint this. As I set myself up yesterday to paint it and discovered at the last minute, after masking the whole radio and everything, that's why it was out of my garage, I discovered I don't have any spray paint that's black, for crying out loud. So we'll take care of that today. Maybe by the end of today, this guy will be back in his cabinet and looking good and sounding good. Great. That's it for now though.